ago.
Uh-huh.
And we've been friends ever since.
So you got a degree when you were 73.
I did.
Wow. That's pretty cool. So you went back to studies, and did you find that difficult at your age, or you probably just were immersed and enjoyed it?
Well, I'm sure you know that in order to keep doing the kind of work we do, you have to be a lifelong learner. So it was very exciting for me to be able to learn new ways of working with my clients.
Right. I love that. Lifelong learner. I'm writing that down because that's exactly right. That's how we age, I think, with grace, is when we constantly want to learn and we're hungry to learn. So then you guys came together. And so what in the world had you guys decide, let's just do a podcast together, because your podcast is for women over 70. So tell us a little bit about that story and how you began that part of your journey.
Well, I'll start it. One of the things that has sustained me over the years is being able to work with people like Gail. And so we would have dinner occasionally, especially after she graduated, and always the conversation turned toward women's issues, women's situations, how to be more supportive of women. And so finally one day we said, well, we can't just be talking about it. We have to do something.
Yeah.
And then Gail said, well, she already had an idea, and it was going to be doing a podcast. I didn't even know what a podcast was, really. So you take it from there, Gail.
So this was how many years ago was this? 2 or 3 or?
Launched our podcast in June of 2019.
Okay.
2019, right. Yeah.
Oh, so just it's going to be close to a year in June, right? Yeah. Okay, got it.
4 episodes under our belt. And I guess I had a dream, really, and I wanted to interview 70 women over 70. And I felt, especially as I turned 70, I felt very strongly that I wanted to shine the spotlight on proactive, inspirational aging. And so we discussed what it might be like. I told her about my idea, and she was very interested. She said, let's do it. Gave a lot of thought to that.
No, that was one of those. Oh my God. What am I saying?
Be careful what you wish for. Yeah. So we decided to do the initiative together, and really we meshed so well. We just enjoy doing this. We love the women we interview, and it's turned out to be a great passion project for us.
It's a passion project, and talking about lifelong learning, this has been a major learning event for me in terms of getting into the world of podcasting. So thankfully, we've had some really good support along the way. But it's the women that we already know in our own network, and that now they're referring us to other women, and it's so inspiring to be talking with women in 70s, 80s, and 90s who are dealing with life issues with grace and inspiration and joy and resilience.
You know, I'm amazed too, because as I'm 65, I'm amazed at the people that I meet that are sometimes 75 or 80 that are living their life of their dreams. Now, in my condo building, I went down the other day, and here was, I think her name is Joanne, sitting in the lobby. And Joanne is 94. She looks like she has all her makeup on. Her hair is done beautifully. She always has jewelry on, and she wears dresses rather than pants. And I thought, I always tell her she's my hero. I want to be like her. But I have met so many vibrant people at my age and older. It's a choice. Don't you find it's a choice how you want to live these last years?
It is, and one of the reasons for the podcast is to help people of all kinds of people who, some are not finding it so easy to age, helping them discover new ways to age gracefully and maybe to enliven their lives and not feel so isolated, which we know is a big problem for aging.
It is a big problem, yeah. And so next week, I want to talk a little bit more about your exact podcast, and you can tell me about your guests. I have a question for you, each of you. When you leave this world, what kind of legacy would you want to leave behind for your family and friends? So Gail, why don't you go first? What's the legacy you want when you lay in bed? As I get older, it's so much more important to me than when I was younger. What am I going to leave for my children and my grandchildren?
Right. So I have children and grandchildren, and I think about them a lot. And I want them to see that there is no limit.
Oh, I love it.
What you can do and when you can do that. I just feel that it's so important to be a role model for your children and grandchildren, and to help them see that while life has its ups and downs for sure, you can keep moving on and you can live your life in an exciting way and do everything you can to maintain your health. And I want them to see that you can dance at 78, and I'm going to be dancing at 85.
Right. You will be. I believe it. And I like what you said. You want your grandchildren and children to know there's no limits. And how about for you, Catherine? What's the legacy you want to leave behind?
Well, I like that one also.
I absolutely love that one.
So I would also kind of want to claim that myself. I was talking with a colleague a few weeks ago, and she said her experience of me was that I put wheels underneath other people's dreams. And I thought that was quite lovely.
It's lovely.
It's just beautiful.
And whether that's I certainly want that to be the case with my daughter, who's only 29. Mm-hmm. And certainly with my friends, students I come encounter with. I'm part of a group of, as is Gail, of women over 50, and so we're trying to be part of that group and offer that one can dream. In fact, I have a little notebook. What is the cover? It says "Dare to Dream."
Mm-hmm. I like that too. To put wheels underneath somebody else's dream. I love that. That's great. So tell our audience, because we've got just a few minutes more here, tell our audience how they can get a hold of you and how they can listen to your podcast, because there's many that are going to want to tune into your podcast. Tell them where they can go and what the name of it is.
So we have a website. The website is, of course, www.womenover70.com. And we have a Facebook group, and we welcome everyone to join our Facebook group. And you can contact us at info@womenover70.com.
Wonderful. Okay, and then did you have anything on the mastermind?
Yes, the Wonder Women Mastermind is my small group of women business owners exclusively. That is a year-long program. I'm also going to be launching it online, and so any of your listeners across the country will have an opportunity to join in with me on that. And they can learn more about Wonder Women Mastermind at my website, which is Gail, Gail Zelitzky, ZELITZKY.com/Wonder-Women-Mastermind.
Okay, well, thank you, Gail and Catherine, for being here. And I'm so excited because you get to be here next week, where we're going to talk a little bit more about your podcast and get in some good questions on your guests. And so thank you for being here. We'll see you back next week. And remember out there, it is never too late. Never too late to lose weight. It is never too late to follow your dreams. It is never too late, and I like this, to put your wheels under somebody else's dream. It is never too late to live a life of purpose. It is just never too late ever. And we will see you back here next week with Gail and Catherine. Bye, Gail and Catherine. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Thank you.